What's going on, guys? My name is Crypto Jaws. Welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we're going to be going over around one topic that I've been seeing a lot lately, and that is the United States going into a cashless society? I've been seeing a bunch of people talking about it and news articles being shared around on social media, and people are just wondering, is the United States possibly going into a cashless society? And it wouldn't make sense, and we definitely seen a lot of businesses refuse to accept banknotes as legal tender due to the possible contamination of the Mexican beer virus. But yeah, that's going to be the main topic of today's video. So let's go ahead and just jump right into it. So before we get started, we'll go ahead and look at the market real quick. We can see that Bitcoin's doing pretty good. We've been seeing some pumps recently, especially in the altcoins. Bitcoin's doing really good today. So is Ethereum. Link is still pushing new all-time highs. Cardano still pumping like crazy. So yeah, overall green day in the market. That's what we like to see. It's pretty good. All right, so let's just go ahead and get into the topic of today's video, the United States digital dollar. So doing some research, I saw that there's a digital dollar project, and they actually just finished their hearing with the United States Senate at the end of last month, at the very end of June. They have their white paper, they have everything laid out on what the digital dollar project is about. So I'll just go over the highlights. So the value case for a digital dollar. The digital dollar project seeks to encourage the next major innovation in the United States currency, a digital dollar, issued by the Federal Reserve System that would enjoy the full faith and credit of the United States government and represent a third format of central bank money in addition to banknotes and reserves. A digital dollar would serve digital financial market infrastructure to meaningfully expand upon existing capabilities. The new medium should be portable, be sent as easily as a text, and thereby allow settlement irrespective of space and time. It would enhance confidence for conducting digital payment transactions and broaden scope, diversification, and resilience in dollar payments. A digital dollar issued by the Fed would enhance scope, access, diversification, and resilience in dollar payments, and support retail, wholesale, and international payment use cases. And these are the use cases that they annotate. So I'm not going to go all over it. I'll just go over like the first sentence of each use case. So the first one, retail payments online cannot be conducted in central bank money. I mean, that's true. Like anytime you buy anything online, you can't use cash. We always use PayPal, credit cards, debit cards, stuff like that. The next one is wholesale payments rest on national payment systems and are normally conducted through interbank clearance using central bank money to settle securities and other large value payments. And the last one is international payments cannot be conducted digitally in US dollars. Yeah, that's true. They always have to go through some sort of exchange, of a medium of exchange, and exchange actual dollars for whatever currency of trade, either the yuan or the euro or the pound. So these are the use cases. I'll put this link in the description below for anyone that wants to actually check out the website. It's digitaldollarproject.org. And the next few articles I'm gonna go over are actual implementations of a somewhat digital dollar that's already happening in today's world. So we have China's digital yuan is getting its first big test in the real world, and we've been seeing this for months. We've been seeing that China was going to implement some kind of beta test in one of its cities for its own national digital currency, but it got halted due to the Mexican beer virus. But that we see that it's being the beta test for this currency is in use today. So China's upcoming digital currency will feature in a test pilot on Didi Chuxing, the ride-sharing giant often referred to as the Uber of China, according to Bloomberg. Didi will test the digital yuan as a payment system on its app-powered fleet of cars. Currently, the SoftBank-backed startup features local players WeChat Pay and Alipay for payments alongside global credit cards like Visa and MasterCard. Positive test results on the Didi pilot will lay the groundwork for a broader rollout of the ambitious digital yuan project. Earlier this year, Chinese officials said they are hoping to launch it before the Winter Olympics event in Beijing in 2022. So, are we moving to a cashless society? So far, it seems that it's very likely that we are. The United States isn't going to let China go ahead and develop its own national blockchain without having its own national blockchain as well. And the next use case of a cashless society, it's not really the same as a nationally backed currency, but it still holds some sort of weight. So Argentina sets new Bitcoin trading record as economy worsens. And those who don't know, the Argentinian peso is just diminishing in value. I think in the past like 30 days alone, and the value of their own currency has gone down 15%. So Argentina is now trading more Bitcoin than ever, almost. Last week, Bitcoin trading in Argentina exploded to a record-setting volume of 101 million Argentine pesos, which is roughly 1.4 million US dollars. The previous all-time high for weekly BTC volume measured in the local currency was almost half that at 69 million. The surge in BTC trading comes amid what could potentially be Argentina's worst economic recession in its troubled history. So it's kind of similar to the digital dollar and the Chinese digital yuan. But I bring this up because people in Argentina are flocking to cryptocurrencies instead of fiat money because their fiat money is garbage. Like, it's just diminishing value every day. It's like holding $1 today, and a week from now it's only worth 75 cents, and another week from now it's only worth 40 cents. So why would you want to have your assets in a diminishing asset instead of putting your money into an asset that won't diminish over time, such as Bitcoin? Not financial advice, just my opinion, but you see that Argentinians are flocking to Bitcoin as a safe haven to preserve their financial wealth. And the last article I'm going to go over is it deals with Australia. So for those who don't know, I'm not sure if it's passed yet or if it's in the works to be passed, but there's a bill in Australia that penalizes businesses for cash payments for over $10,000. So the Senate Economics Legislation Committee has recommended that the currency restrictions on the use of Cash Bill 2019 be passed, contingent on several recommendations, including a review of existing powers and penalty provisions to ensure that the bill is the most effective response to the black economy. The bill, which proposes to make cash payments above $10,000 a criminal offense with imprisonment of 2 years and a fine, was originally set to commence from January 1st, 2020, but Assistant Treasurer Michael Sukar has now confirmed that it will not be retrospective in nature and that a new commencement date will be determined in due course. Okay, so it's definitely been passed. They're just trying to figure out when they want to implement this new bill. And that's crazy. Like, in America, a banknote is legal tender no matter what, and there's no restrictions on how much you can pay someone in cash. But in Australia, it's now different. If a business payment is anything over $10,000, you're gonna get in prison for 2 years, along with a fine, just for using their currency of choice. Even if it's not a digital one, it's still their currency. But that's crazy. But going over these 4 articles from the digital dollar, the digital yuan, Argentinians flocking to Bitcoin, and penalizations for over 10K cash limits in Australia, I can definitely say that we will probably be in a cashless society within the next 5 to 10 years for sure. This part of the video, I have nothing to back it. It's just me, in my opinion. I'm ranting at this point, but a lot of people are kind of worried that the United States is going to use its digital dollar as another tool of surveillance, because everybody knows that cash is the greatest choice in terms of money laundering and anything illicit and illegal and malicious. Cash is the number one go-to to buy anything, whether it's an illegal good or an illegal service, or just to preserve your anonymity. You want to use cash, and a lot of people are fearing that if and when this rolls out, that won't be the case, because the government can just see how much money you sent to who and for what, and et cetera, et cetera. But in that kind of case scenario, we already have currencies in digital form today that preserve your privacy and your identity. And we went over that in yesterday's video, talking about how the FBI tracks dark web users using Bitcoin. Most people use Monero because it's really hard and damn near impossible to track someone using Monero. So, to anyone being scared about the digital dollar, I understand it. On the bright side, it's going to bring more light and more traffic into the blockchain world and cryptocurrency world. But on the other hand, there's definitely room for government overreach and just more mass surveillance, more than what we already have in today's world. If you're in a first world country, you're being spied on, hands down. I don't care what country you're in, you're being spied on. And this is just going to be another tool for whatever agency that spies on their citizens, whether it's the NSA, the KGB, or whoever. If you use their digital currency, they'll be able to track you. But we have tools in place. You can always use Monero. You can always use Bitcoin mixers. You can always use local Bitcoins, and instead of buying off an exchange, you can buy Bitcoin locally from someone for cash. Well, that's it for me, you guys. Thank you for watching my video. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. It means a lot to me. I definitely appreciate it. Tell me your thoughts below in the comments. What are your thoughts on the digital dollar? Are you happy, nervous, scared, kind of mixed feelings? I want to hear your comments down below. And if you like what you saw, subscribe to my channel. And if you want to see me interview the Libertarian vice presidential candidate on July 19th, definitely subscribe to my channel. So with all that being said, thank you so much and have a great rest of your day. Peace out.